If you're learning violin on your own by watching videos and online courses, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Ariadna and this is Mindful Strings, where I help you transform your violin playing through the principles of the Alexander technique and the Russian School of Violin. I teach violin privately full-time in Boston, Massachusetts in my studio, and this is an online resource I created for anyone wanting to learn at home. I have put together a couple of different free resources that are linked down in the description box below, so check those out, as well as my mini course, Scratchy to Smooth, on how to make beautiful sound on violin. In today's video, I want to talk about something that I don't hear many people talk about, but it's very important and it can help you make your own practice your greatest teacher. And that is recording yourself on the video while you practice and watching it back and analyzing it. It can feel like a tedious task, and it can feel a little bit nerve-wracking to do that, because I know that the second the camera goes on, it's like all of a sudden, someone's watching you, and you may find that if you're trying to do playthrough, you'll make more mistakes, and if you're practicing, you might find that you are getting more distracted. But it's such a valuable resource to be able to have these devices accessible to us easily when we can just set up our phone and video ourselves and then watch. And you don't have to go through like half an hour of playing, just do it a few minutes at a time. But I promise you, you will learn new things if you do this. So next time you set up to practice, pop your phone on a music stand or a tripod if you have one, or a bookshelf, turn it on and video yourself. And when you're done, here are the few things to watch for. If you're going through a practice session, notice how many times you play through a section that is too large. If you are trying to work out a mistake, let's say, whether it's something out of tune or rhythm, or working on a passage to speed it up, or just still working on like reading your notes, or finding the correct placement on the string, whatever it is, how are you actually approaching it? And you may have an idea in your head to go really slow and to focus on one thing, to break things down in tiny sections, but when you're actually doing it, are you going through it the way that you think you are? So, for instance, if you're working on a mistake, you may notice that you're actually playing a section that is too large. You kind of will noodle around and play several measures instead of just focusing on one shift or one measure or one group of 4 notes. Second thing is, are you going slowly enough? Because if you keep making the same mistake, you're going too fast. It's a rule that nobody likes, but it's a rule that pretty much is a truth universally. If you're making mistakes, you're going too fast. And if you're making specifically the same mistake over and over, you're going too fast. And the problem with that is that the more times you repeat the mistake, the more you wire it into your brain. And if you are correcting the mistake, then you are wiring into your brain how to correct the mistake, not how to avoid the mistake. So to fix it, you have to give yourself enough time to actually plan whatever move has to happen in your left hand or your right hand, or the coordination of the two, in order to avoid the mistake. Listen to your sound quality. Do you like it? Is it consistent? Do you hear extra noises that you maybe weren't noticing while you were focusing so much on playing the right notes, but then you realize, I actually don't love the sound of that? Is your bow moving in a straight line? Is it parallel to the bridge? Is your bow hand fluid and soft? How are your bow changes? I don't want to sound like a negative Nelly here. You do want to note the things that are going right as well. Maybe you hear yourself play a phrase really musically. Maybe you actually see yourself playing through things that you thought weren't sounding that good, but actually they're coming together quite nicely. Those are important to notice as well. And so videoing yourself can be used in 2 ways. You can play through a piece if you feel like the piece is at a stage where you're trying to get it ready to perform. Or, like I said, you just record yourself practicing. So use it in both ways. However, just a reminder, playing through the piece is not practice within itself. So a lot of people will play through a piece, and then when they run into a mistake or something that's hard, they stop and they practice that spot. Don't do that. That is not good practice. It does not teach your brain to eliminate mistakes, and it does not teach your brain on how to cleanly play through the piece. And I will talk about that in some future videos. But this week, I would love for you to grab your phone, record a little bit of your practice, and then take some notes on it And let me know down in the comments below if you have done this before, or if you do end up doing this, what you discover. Happy mindful practicing, and I'll see you next time.